Why is this not? There we go. All right, we're talking now. Took me a second to get it going, but here we go, guys. Warm-ups are underway. Minute and a half left. This is your 12U Bulls taking on the Memphis Junior Riverkings. As always, I am Justin Cole, here with my lovely wife, Lauren Cole. Going to work the timer and stuff for us. We'll go ahead and give a shout out to our coaches. Big thank you to them. And we won't do the standings yet because I have not had a chance to update those. Bulls still sitting at number 1, though, undefeated on the season, at least in league play. Hey, Sean Sparks, how are you? Always glad to have you here. Now you've got access to the chat. Want to drop us a line, drop a Go Bulls, give a shout out to a player, by all means, feel free. If we have any River Kings folks watching today, thank you for watching. Feel free to mute me. You don't have to listen to me go on and on about the Bulls, but feel free to give us a shout out on the chat. 12 seconds left in this warm-up. We'll be going. Looks like it's going to be Graham Stevens starting for the Bulls in net. Big Graham having a great weekend so far. Both goalies having a really good weekend. That buzzer means it's time to get the pucks up and go talk to Coach Josh. Thanks, Sean. All right, here we go. Yeah, a little bit of awkward glare coming off the ice with the windows that are behind the benches, but it's kind of cloudy outside, so maybe it'll darken down a little bit. Hello, Hockey Bros. All right, here we go. Coming up for the Bulls, we've got the shorty line. Keegan Brennan, Will Federley, Sasha Dediu for offense. Back on defense, we have got Fisher, Renicky, and Colton Pennington. And here we go. Bulls win it forward, push into River King territory, and we were offsides. I think Sasha got one step ahead of Keegan there. Yes, sir. This is a 2. All right, moving into River King territory, gets over to Will Federley. He throws the brakes on, takes the shot, bounces off the goalie's blocker, picked up by Keegan Brennan. He takes a shot off of a River Kings leg pads. River Kings recover, trying to exit the zone here. Fisher says no. Keegan manages to dig that one, but they're going to call it offsides. So we'll have a face-off right outside the blue zone. Keegan pushes into River King territory. Memphis dropping back. They're going to backhand this one, try to clear it up the boards, but the Bulls seal it down. Bulls in the corner now. Keegan takes a shot. It hit a post somewhere. River Kings trying to break out here. They're going to clear this one into neutral ice, and it's all the way down. Too much on it, and that's going to be an icing. The Dozer line checks in. Remy, Gus, and Nate. Got Bay and Jude back on defense. River Kings win this one. Passing up, trying to clear the neutral zone, but here comes Jude Cody. Nate gets laid out. Jude flipping it up against the near side boards. Memphis gets there first. Going right back at the Bulls. Bay goes across ice for Nate now. Nate Bounces off the end of his stick. Nate settles it down, makes one miss, tries to make two miss, can't get to it. Remy backhands this one in the zone. It's deep in River King territory. River King loses a feet. Remy can't quite get there. Nate with the stick lift now. In the corner, pinned against the boards. He kicks it back to Jude. Jude centers one for Nate. For Remy. Can't hook up there. Bay has to come in to help out. She sends it up for Gus. Gus chips one forward for Nate. Nate's right there in the low slot. Gets tripped big time. No call. Goalie dives on that one. Nate's skates got over his head on that one, but nothing doing. The hustle line checks in now. Jack, Ethan, and Caleb back on defense. Parker and Big Ben. Memphis wins the faceoff. Trying to send it up the boards. Caleb shutting it down. Caleb with the challenge there. Memphis still has possession, but now they turned it over to Caleb. Caleb to Ethan Buck, and Ethan Buck with the one-timer in the low slot. Nice job moving that puck around. Ethan got open. He was ready for it. Same line out for the Bulls. Memphis gets a hold of that one, but Parker Allen steps up to send it forward into River King territory. Circling behind the net is Memphis, trying to clear this one up and over. It hits the ref, gets back to Big Ben. He throws a bullet at the net. The goalie kicks that one aside. Caleb came in and tried to throw it over the goalie. Oh, and he did. Caleb pushes that one in behind the goalie as it bounced between his legs. Caleb Doro with number 2 for the Bulls. Keegan Brennan out. Keegan wins this one forward, sends it up to Sasha. Sasha's in the zone, skating wide. Burns one defender, passes across looking for Keegan. Stick of a defender gets in the way. Sasha recovers against the far side boards. Sends one at the net, but it's behind. Over to Will. Will back to Colton. Colton fires one at the net, but it's blocked by the Memphis defenders. As Will with the backhand sends one over to Sasha and point blank shot, but it looks like the goalie jumped on that one. Keegan's line stays out. Keegan wins the faceoff. Met with opposition, and he sends it over to Sasha. Sasha flips it behind the net. Memphis rims it around. It's coming back towards Cole Major, but Keegan gets there first on the near side boards. Sends it back in the corner. Met with opposition, and the River Kings take possession. They're going to send this one around, but it gets back to Colton. Colton's moving it in further into River King territory. Colton settles it down at the blue line, goes across, tried to look for his defensive partner, but comes out of the zone now, and Will Federley picks it up. Will goes across for Keegan. Keegan drags in the zone now on the rush. It's Keegan and Will. Will with the one-time pass, and the goalie managed to kick that one aside. Very nice save by the Memphis goalie. Digging behind the net now. Memphis comes away with it. They're going to get Keegan Brennan for the trip. So Bulls will go on a penalty kill here. Out for the Bulls. Remy Uptain at center. Nate Keys with him on offense. Back on defense, we've got Jude and Fisher. River Kings get possession of this, try to backhand one at the net, but Nate's there, gets in the way. Nate moving through space, skates around, through one. Nate's in the low slot, takes a shot. Oh, Nate hit the goal.
Oh, I think the goalie's okay.
And the goalie went down, but goalie's up. That was a hard hit.
Yeah.
Nate's all right. Goalie's all right. Everybody's up. Nate's kind of holding his arm down a little bit like that one smarted. And I think it did. So we'll face off outside in the neutral zone. Nate's going to check out. In comes Ethan Buck with Remy to finish the PK. Minute 14 left on the penalty. Riverkings win this one back into their defensive zone. Their defense retreats back, but Remy with the forward pressure, they rim it around. Ethan Buck's there to get in the way. Ethan Buck with a challenge now, steals it, moves through the high slot, takes a shot over the net. Ethan comes away with it in the near side corner, but it hits the skate of a defender. Remy's got to come in. Remy tries to center one for Ethan, but it hit the side of the net, and now there's a scrum there. They need to blow the whistle. Riverkings trying to send this one up, but defense holding the blue line. Remy takes a shot from the point, hits the skate of a defender. Remy again for a shot, hits a defender skate again. This one's over in the far corner. Ethan Buck moving up, running into all kinds of opposition on that far side board. Riverkings send this one out. They're going to clear it into neutral. On the move now. Riverkings in the Bulls zone. They take a shot, swallowed up by Graham Stephen. Very nice save. 1 second left on the penalty kill. 7:30 left in the first. Bulls up by 2. Caleb Doro now for the faceoff. He's got Ethan Buck with him. Back on defense, Bay Thomas and Big Ben Como. And we have a faceoff in the other zone. Okay. Unclear as to why that's the case. Oh, it looks like they put a River King in the box. Yeah. So there was a penalty called on one of the River Kings, and I did not see that at all. All right, I've already dropped it. So here we go. Bulls kill their penalty. Now they're on a power play. In comes Jack Hooper helping out. Ben Como throws one deep in the corner. Picked up by Jack. Jack goes to center one, intercepted. Riverkings on the rush around behind their net. Ethan Buck with the opposition takes it away, moving up the far side boards. Ethan sends it over to Caleb. Caleb Doro tries to settle it down. Can't get it in there. Gets back to Big Ben. Big Ben takes another shot at the net. Wide left, excuse me. Ethan steals again from the point. Skates in, takes a shot. Swallowed up by the goalie. That line is never short on pressure. Keegan's line checks in. Keegan and Sasha on offense. Sasha gets the faceoff win, takes a shot from the high slot and can't get through the defense though. Keegan over to Will. Parker Allen throws one deep in behind the net. Sasha's going to get there first. Sasha back to that's Lucas. Lucas Colmajor. Getting tongue-tied here. He goes around for Will. Will Federley circles over to Colmajor. Colmajor takes a booming shot, but it hits the shin pad of a defender. This one's going to squirt out into neutral territory. Parker Allen drops back and picks this one up. Parker settles it down, assesses his options. Ooh, fans on the pass. Fortunately, he recovers. Retreats behind our net. Starts to skate up. Parker makes a few miss. He's on the rush now. He's got Colmajor, Keegan, and Dedu with him. And steal from the Riverkings. They tip it back out. Will's got to retreat. Will drops back, picks it up, circles behind his net, gives the Bulls time to regroup. Will skates it up now. Will turning the Jets on, splits a couple of defenders. He's in the zone. Will circles behind the net, a backhand centering pass, and he can't connect with Keegan. Sasha recovers on the near side board, centers one for Keegan. It bounces through Keegan's skates. Keegan gets pressed into the boards. He's pushing back for all he's worth. There's no play on the puck there, so that really, whatever. Here we go. Cole Major from the point takes a shot, hits a defender right in the elbow. And that one's in. Can't tell who got it. I think Sasha followed up and got that one. I think so. Remy wins it over to Nate. Nate takes off into the offensive zone, skates towards the net, takes a shot. And I can't tell if that went in. Looks like it did. They didn't give a hand. Looks like Nate scored on that one. Remy's line again. Remy wins it over to Gus. Gus spins, shields the puck, sends it back up for Remy. Remy tips it forward into the offensive zone. Gus Federley gets there with a stick lift. Can't quite get to the puck. Jude Cody with the challenge at the blue line. They get this one out, but Pennington's back. Colton gets there first, puts a stick on it. It goes behind the Bulls' net. Bulls in a scrum back there trying to get this puck out. Colton now has it on his stick. He's got a lot of room to skate. Sends it up for Nate. Nate sends an outlet pass for Gus. Gus gets cross-checked in the back. No call. Gus gets up, gets back behind the net and gets there first. He's in possession, skates around, looking for somebody, something. Throws the brakes on and goes the other way. Rims it around for Nate. Nate shields the puck, spins, trying to get through traffic, gets back to Jude. Jude launches it back in the corner. Remy's there. Now it's back to Gus, and we've got a slash on, looks like Remy. The Bulls going on a penalty kill here. Out for the Bulls. Interesting combo here. We've got Jack for the faceoff, Ethan, Sasha, and Caleb with him. Jack loses his stick. Riverkings take a shot at the net. Graham swallows that one up. Nice read by Graham. Jack's shaking his hand like he got hurt there. Minute 21 left on the penalty kill. Riverkings win this one, but can't catch the pass to the center. Now Sasha recovers. Sasha moves around too, up the near side boards, and heavy pressure from the Riverkings causes a turnover. They take a shot that hits Ethan right in the stomach, but he recovers quickly on the rush out up the far side boards. Picked up by Caleb Doro. Caleb accidentally launches it at his teammates on the bench. Everybody diving out of the way like they don't have a bunch of pads on. Yeah, Caleb's dad over here said, wake him up. All right, line change for the Bulls. We've got Big Ben and Cole Major coming out on offense. Back on defense, we've got Sasha and Caleb. Riverkings send this one towards us, but Caleb Doro with the challenge. Bulls come away with it, send it back at the Riverkings, but can't keep possession. Riverkings pick it up in neutral territory. Big Ben backhands this one up for Cole Major. Cole Major pokes it around, but gets bodied as he tries to pursue his pass. Riverkings back in their defensive zone. They clear this one out, skating through neutral ice, in Bulls territory. They go for the centering pass, tied up with Big Ben. The Memphis player lost his feet. Now Sasha recovers. Sasha's on the rush. He's got Cole Major with him, goes around one, and it looks like Lucas might have been a step offside, so we'll have a face-off. Six seconds left on the PK. Out for the Bulls, we've got Bay and Parker on offense. Back on defense, we've got Will and Keegan. Riverkings win the face-off. Intercepted by Bay Thomas in the offensive zone, and she sends it in deeper. Parker recovers. Parker can't quite get a handle on it, and the Kings send it way out, way down, and that's going to be an icing. .150 left in the first. Bulls up by 4. Parker Allen out for the faceoff. He wins it back to Keegan. Keegan has it at the blue line. Sets up, fires from the blue line. Hits a bunch of skates. Picked up by Bay. She tries to center it for Parker. Too many people in the way. Parker's digging behind the net, but it squirts out over to Fisher. Fisher moving it in. Defenders collapse on him. This one goes back to Will at the blue line. He tries for a slapper. Cannot keep possession. Riverkings clear this one out all the way down the ice. And icing. Bulls have successfully killed that penalty. And we'll check in a new line here. We've got Nate for the face-off. He's got Colton and Ethan Buck with him. Back on defense is Jude and Gus. They go across for Gus. Gus throws it in deeper in the near corner. Pennington picking it up back there, trying to battle through. Still has possession, but gets wrestled down. Riverkings take possession now, and they move up through neutral ice. Riverkings in the zone. Pressure from the Bulls, back checking. Really great job there. Nate steals it away. Moving in to go behind the net, gets met with opposition and nearly a turnover, but now Nate hits Pennington on the outlet pass, and Colton's all the way down the ice with it. He goes to send it over to Ethan. Ethan for the one-timer, and it just bounced over his stick. And they're going to call Ethan for a trip, a cross-check. I did not see that at all. Well, what can you do? The Bulls going back on the penalty kill. Been kind of the story of our weekend here. 22 seconds left in the first period. Jack Hooper takes the face-off. A shot from the top of the face-off circle, intercepted by Caleb. Caleb flips this one up and in the neutral zone. And here comes Jack Hooper. Jack on the rush. Skates to the net, takes a shot, and that was over the goalie's catcher, Jack Hooper, with a shorthanded goal. Lucas Colemager out for the faceoff. He's got Parker Allen with him. Memphis comes away with the faceoff, but it's just a scrum back and forth at center ice. Colemager can't do much with it. That's going to be the buzzer. He had a head full of steam, though. He wanted to go get a point. Here we go. Take a quick break. We'll be right back with y'all. Here we go. Elijah Cole checking in for Tendy duty in the second period. We still have a minute and 3 seconds left on the penalty kill. Heading into this second period. Cole Major's going to take the face off. He's got Parker with him. Back on defense is Sasha and Caleb. Cole Major wins this one forward, but the defense picks it up first. And it looks like we're having a problem with the scoreboard. There we go. They had the penalty time wrong. All right, here we go. Memphis wins this one back to their defense. They send it up to the winger. Pressure from Sasha causes a turnover here. Cole Major tries to move into Memphis territory. Parker's got to take it out wide. Lucas checks up in through the slot, and puck squirts out behind. That's a boarding call. Lucas took a big hit, but he gets back up. He's good. So that's number 21, I believe, for the Riverkings. Will go in the box. And Bulls have killed their penalty. Maybe not. They took it off the scoreboard, probably a little prematurely.
Time's off, too.
Yeah, so we'll be 4-on-4 here for a second. Ooh, they may have hit that guy with a major. There's 2 kids in the box for Memphis. Okay, they are going to let them do 4-on-4, so. Bulls win this one over. Oh, intercepted by Memphis. They push out of the defensive zone here. Gets back to Will Federley. Will circles, passes it up to Bay Thomas. Bay into the neutral zone, backhands one up, trying to hit Colton Pennington in stride, but met with opposition, and Remy Uptain's got to get back and help him out. Remy chips it over, gets the far side boards, chases his own pass, gets there. Colton puts a stick on it, can't get it wrangled in before Memphis applies the pressure and causes a turnover. Bulls in the defensive zone now. Will picks it up before it can even get to the goalie. He throws the brakes on, settles it down, looks for a pass, hits Colton way up by the blue line. Colton's in the zone now. Takes a shot, but he's blocked by one of the Memphis kids. Backhands one up for Bay. Bay can't quite get the one-timer on it. She goes back to her defense, intercepted by Ethan Buck. Ethan skates it in, takes a shot. It's way up. Bounces off the boards. Bay has it in the far side corner, trying to center one again. Back to Bay. Memphis trying desperately to clear this one out. Remy holding the blue line. Backhands it up for Bay. Ethan Buck comes in, pinches against the boards and disrupts that guy. Bulls have killed their penalty. 6 seconds left on their power play. Will skates it behind the net, makes one miss. Got open ice. He needs to just skate. And throws a pass up, but that's offsides. Different line checks in now. We've got Nate for the face-off, Jack on his left, Jude on his right. Back on defense, we've got Keegan and Gus. Nate wins this one forward over to Jack. Jack can't keep a handle on it. They're going to call Jack for the trip. Good call there.
Is that 5? 4 or 5? I don't know.
So we'll go back to the Bull zone for a face-off. Nate again for the face-off. Riverkings win this one, but intercepted by Keegan in the low slot. He's going to send this one around and clear the zone. It hits the stick of a Riverking. Nate's on the rush to apply some forward pressure. Riverkings get back in the bull zone, but not before Keegan Brennan takes it away. Keegan circles, moves up through space. He's got Nate with him, passes up to Nate, runs into a defender. Nate's in the zone now. Riverkings exit. Get in Bulls territory. Jude Cody pokes it into the corner. Picked up by Keegan. Keegan sending one up for Nate, but it comes off the end of his stick. They said no icing. Nate gets there first. Skates behind the net. Back to his defense. Keegan throws a bullet on the net, but it's intercepted by a stick of a defender. Gus tries to get this one back up to Jude. Keegan keeps it in, back up to Jude. Memphis just not giving the Bulls any room to work with anything. Keegan skates in through opposition. Sends it up to the center looking for Nate. Can't connect with Nate though. And power play will be over here in 5 seconds. Gus now picks it up, skates in the zone. Gus right through traffic, gets bodied off the puck, and the goalie dives on it. It's still loose somehow. Jack not letting him clear the zone easily. Keegan and Jack bottling him up right here, but this one's going to squirt out into the neutral zone.
Got 5 players on it. Come on, Bulls.
Picked up by Big Ben. He skates in. They try to body him. That didn't work. Nate Key moving through traffic now. Nate takes a shot right through the goalie's 5-hole. Nate puts another one on the board for the Bulls. .8:57 left in the second. Lucas Colemager is going to take the face off. He's got Parker and Big Ben with him. Back on defense, Fisher and Caleb. Memphis wins the face-off. Really should have been a trip there, but fortunately no call. Big Ben gets it on the far side boards, pushes it in. Colemager was right there but couldn't get a stick on it. Caleb Doro disrupts that play at center ice. Caleb settles it down, sauces one up for Colemager. Colemager meets some opposition but pushes through into the zone. Gets stood up there. No call again. Big Ben battling on the far side boards, trying to get it up to Parker, but cannot settle it down. Caleb has it now. Goes across for Fisher. Fisher skates in, takes a shot. Followed up by Colemager. Lucas Colemager cleans up the loose change. Nice job by that whole line. Steady downhill pressure. Colton Pennington for the faceoff, wins it back to Will. Will skates wide, accesses his options, no pressure, sends one up for Colton, but can't hook up. Riverkings fire it right back at the Bulls. They try to take a shot, but it goes wide of the net. Bay recovers, tries to push it into the corner. She does. Gets to another Riverking, but Elijah with the kick save. Will Federley hits an outlet pass to Sasha. Sasha's on the move now. Gets over to Colton. Colton takes a shot, stuffed by the goalie. Very nice save. Very nice save. Bulls check in some new players here. We've got Jack for the faceoff, Big Ben with him, Gus on his right, Ethan Buck and Remy back on defense. Gus throws one in. Jack gets tripped over there, and Gus tries to come in, hits the crossbar, and that was so very close. Gus Federley trying to jam that one home. Riverkings weren't having that, and they came in throwing some elbows. Got to protect that goalie. So here comes Jack again for the faceoff. Jack, Gus, and Big Ben. Jack wins it over to Big Ben. Riverkings get a stick on it, though. Back to Ethan Buck. Ethan pushes it in Kings territory. Ethan's in the corner now. Back to Big Ben. He lines up and absolutely murders the child with that shot to the head there. Big Ben battling on the near side boards, trying to maintain possession. Gets it up to Jack. Jack takes a shot, and that's another one. Riverkings try to push in Bulls territory, but met with tons of opposition before they can cross the blue line. They throw this one in, though. Keegan Brennan drops back and picks it up in the near side corner. Keegan skating it wide, moves through some traffic. Keegan. Oh, it goes through the skates of a River King player. Keegan hits his knees, and that's going to end the play as the goalie dives on it. 6:31 left in the second. Lucas again for the faceoff. Parker and Colton with him. Lucas wins it over to Parker. Back to Nate Key. Nate moving in the zone. Goes across looking for Keegan. Keegan slaps one at the net. Colton tried to deflect that one. Went behind the net there. Another center for Colton. Can't get to him. Keegan takes a shot, and that's another one for Keegan. Sasha's going to take the face-off this time. He's got Bay and Jude with him. Back on defense, we have Caleb and Fisher. Caleb flips this one up for Bay, but can't quite connect. Bay comes in and steals it away, just enforcing her will upon people in this game. She wound up kicking that one at the net, and the goalie dives on it. Sasha again for the face-off. River Kings win this one forward and throw it towards the blue line. Bulls can't keep it in, though. Caleb Doro's got to get over there and help out. Everybody dropping back as the Kings going to enter the zone here. Right in front of the net now. Fisher picks it up, skates it wide, hits Sasha at the blue line. Sasha's just got one to beat. Sasha gets in the zone, tries to center this one, but nothing doing. River Kings send it around the boards. Fisher's there, sends it right back at him. Sasha and Jude right there battling, trying to get possession. Sasha backhands one to his defense. Caleb looking to settle it down. Starts to skate it in. That should have been a high stick. Sasha goes back to his defense, but they weren't quite ready for it. Fisher's got to drop back. He does. Sends it over for Caleb. Caleb misses it because it's behind him, and so Sasha picks it up and enters the zone. They send it around. Jude can't quite catch up to that one. Fisher steps in for a challenge. Puts a stick on it. Sasha and Jude over here tied up with the defense. This one's going to squirt out in the neutral zone. Fisher's got to drop back. He does. Goes across looking for Jude, but it was just barely behind him. Jude turns the jets on and gets back there. Puts a stick on it. Jude gets tied up with a River King. Centered one, but nobody was home. River Kings come away with it. They're going to flip this one out into neutral territory, and it's going to be picked up by Ethan Buck. Ethan went for the cross-ice pass. Couldn't quite get to Will. They take a shot, stopped by Ethan Buck before it even gets to E. Sasha pushes this one out. Too much opposition, though. The defense pinched on him. In comes Big Ben, flips one back to Pennington, and Sasha was going to get off the ice and wound up being offsides. He was trying to get off the ice. All right, here we go. Bulls win the faceoff. That was Gus Federle, won it back to Ethan. Ethan retreats into Bulls territory, fires a bullet of a shot up to Big Ben. Big Ben pushes in the zone, chips it forward for Gus. Gus is going to get it in the corner, wraps around behind the net. Gus trying to settle it down. Went to go pass over to his brother, but stick from a defender caused that one to go up in the air
Get out.
and exit the zone. Will for Big Ben. Big Ben moving through, passes it up for Gus. Gus can't quite get there. Riverkings go right back in the neutral zone. Will
Come on, babe.
fires it up for Colton. Colton takes it in the zone, drags past one, comes in with Ethan Buck for some support to help him out. Ethan spins, tries to center this one, can't quite connect all the way with it. Big Ben throws a stick to it and keeps it from going further in the neutral zone. Gus, recognizing that Pennington wasn't on sides, retreats back. Pennington, that's offsides. Colton thought he had Gus with him, and Gus had just barely coasted across the blue line as he entered the zone there. New line for the Bulls. Lucas Colemager is going to take the face off. Parker Allen on his left, Bay Thomas on his right. Back on defense, we have Jack and Remy. Memphis wins it back to their defense. Go for a cross-ice pass. Parker intercepts, takes a shot, and Parker Allen got that one. Parker read that all the way, jumped in there, intercepted, and put a shot point blank on net. .243 left to play in the second. Memphis wins the faceoff. Sends it up against the far side boards. Recovered. Oh, Jack missed it. They take a shot. Remy intercepts it. Pushes it into the corner. Now he's going to chip this one up, trying to clear the zone. Can't quite do it. Bay Thomas comes in to help him out. Elijah can't get that one, and they push it into the back of his pads, but they're going to call a goal. So Riverkings get him one. Sasha out for the face-off. He's got Jude and Big Ben with him back on defense. Keegan and Nate. Keegan chips this one up for Big Ben. Big Ben trying to push through the opposition, gets it in the zone, using all that strength. Over to Jude. Jude backhands one up for Sasha. Sasha can't get through all the sticks. In comes Jude. Jude to Sasha. Sasha takes a shot and it ramps up wide of the net. This one goes back to Keegan. Keegan chips around one, moves it in, takes a shot. Big Ben tried for the deflection goal. Over to Sasha now. He goes back to Nate. Nate can't keep it in the zone. Going to have to retreat.
Get back, get back.
Yeah, offsides. One minute, 42 seconds left in the second period. Sasha wins this one back to his defense. Keegan goes D to D. Over to Nate. Nate moves in. Nate's in the zone now. Skates wide. Backhands one, centering it for, I think he was trying to get to Big Ben, but it just was off target. Riverkings on the rush now. They throw one from the blue line at Elijah, and he just dives on it.
Good job, Eve.
Sprayed ice at the goalie, and I think they started talking trash, and Nate just pointed at the scoreboard. That's what we tell them to do. Don't engage, just point at the scoreboard. Colemager for the face-off. Tries to push it forward, can't get through the skates of a defender. They take a backhanded shot at the net, and it's wide. Elijah kicks that one out. Over to Colemager now. Colemager up to Gus. Gus has got one to beat, goes wide, settles it down, lets his support catch up. Gus skates around from the point.
Go. Pass.
They finally put a stick on it. Gus with the stick lift
There we go.
sends it up for Cole
Hold,
Major.
hold.
Cole Major is going to sling it all the way into River King territory. Pennington coming with the stick lift now. Tried to steal that one, but the River Kings managed to get that one off. River Kings on the rush now. Caleb Doro and the whole team there challenging as they cross the blue line, causing a turnover, back out into neutral territory. River Kings dump this one in. Caleb's going to drop back. Caleb skates behind our net. Caleb coming around on the near side boards. Pressure from the
Let's
River
go!
Kings, and it's a breakaway. They take a shot. Elijah swatted that one aside. And that's going to be your second period. So we'll take a quick break. Be back in just a moment. All right, last period, 13 minutes. Out for the Bulls for offense. We've got Cole Major for the faceoff, Parker Allen on his right, Sasha Dediu on his left. Back on defense, we have Ethan Buck and Will Federley.
Graham's back in the
Graham Stephen is back in net. Memphis wins the faceoff. Ricochets off Parker's skate right back at the winger. They throw it into Bulls territory. Will goes D to D. Ethan fans on the pass, but settles it down. Gets this one up to Cole Major. Cole Major gets run into and can't quite get the pass off. It goes back to Will. Settling it down. Works past one. Works up to, got three defenders in his way. They take a shot well wide of the net. Picked up by Ethan. Ethan backhands one up for Cole Major. Cole Major gets out of the zone. Gets tied up. Can't get the pass over to Sasha. But here comes Ethan Buck on support. Skating around a couple of them. Backhands one up. Bulls enter the zone now. Nope, now it's out again. Memphis making some big stands at the blue line, not letting the Bulls enter cleanly. They throw one on net, kicked aside by Graham. Will Federley in the corner. Assesses his options, passes one up for Parker. Parker tips it forward, pursued by both him and Sasha. Sasha's got it now, takes a shot wide of the net. Ethan Buck standing at the blue line, moving in. Gets it over to Parker. Parker from the point. Runs into some opposition. And back to the defense. Ethan Buck throws a bullet from the blue line. Can't connect with the net, though. River Kings digging it out here in the corner. Trying to clear the zone. Sasha intercepts and sends it over to Parker. Parker for the shot. Nothing doing. Parker has it again, but the River Kings put a skate on it. And they're going to flip this one up and into the neutral zone. Will Federley's playing well back and picks that one up. Retreats into the defensive zone behind our net. Again, everybody time to regroup. Sets up a pass over to Cole Major. Cole Major tips it forward into the offensive zone. He picks it up and skates around. Loses his feet, but from his feet, he goes to make a play, and the River Kings are going to get called for the trip. So your Bulls are going to power play here for the first time in a hot minute. Who were they putting in the box? Looks like number 5. All right, so power play. We've got Big Ben going to take the face off. He's got Gus and Bay with him on offense. Keegan and Nate back on defense. They win this one back to Nate. Nate fires one, but it doesn't have enough on it. Now it gets to Bay. Hit by a defender. Nate's going to hold the blue line and chip it in way deep. Pursued by Gus. Gus picks it up, drags around one, centers it for Bay. Defenders get right there in the way. They chip it back to Keegan. Keegan moves around, pushes it in deeper into River King territory. Big Ben keeps it in, throws it in. River Kings go up against the far side board. It's going to be collected by Nate. Nate moves around one. Starts to push into territory, but the challenge at the blue line causes a turnover. Nate gets back and got kind of dove over Nate's stick there. No call. Try to center one, nothing doing. Picked up by Gus. Gus on the rush now. Gus moving up through traffic. Oh, tried to go through the skates of the defender. Gets over to Big Ben, back to Keegan. Keegan can't quite get a handle on it. Big Ben chips it up for Gus. Gus rims it around looking for Nate now. Nate tries to settle it down. Stick from a defender gets in the way. Nate backhands it behind the goal. Nate now playing in deep from the defensive position. Getting tied up. And I think they're going to get Nate for the slash there. And we do have a rolling clock, so ours is off by just a little bit. So they're going to get Nate for the slash. The Bulls will be on a penalty kill for a minute and a half. Again, rolling clock, 8:33 left to play in this one. Picked up by Remy Uptain now. He flips it up for Sasha. This one's going to clear the zone. Bulls got to hustle. Sasha's on the rush now. He wants all of this one. Goes to center one, but nobody's home. Remy Uptain steps up and throws it in the corner, pursued by Colton. Colton ties up his man behind the net. River Kings trying to clear it around. It gets to number 2 in the corner. Gets back now to Jack Hooper. Can't keep it in. That should have been offsides, but they didn't blow it dead. They're going to throw this one out all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing. .740 left to play. 30 seconds left on this power play. Or excuse me, penalty kill. Coming out for the Bulls, Jude Cody's going to take the face-off. Parker Allen's on his right. Caleb Doro and Fisher Renicky back on defense. Jude wins it over to Parker, but they collapse on the puck very quickly. Fisher throws one at the net, and the goalie just dives on it. Memphis takes a line change. Same players out for the Bulls. Memphis pushes this one back, but they blow past the Bulls defenders. Cole Major had just checked in from the penalty kill, and we're going to get Fisher for a hook, it looks like. Or maybe it's Cole Major. Yeah. So Lucas goes back in the box. Parker throws this one towards the far side boards, and it's going to clear the neutral zone. River Kings trying to throw it in deep Bulls territory, but Fisher wouldn't let that one go in. They do get this one in the corner now. Caleb Doro is back to recover. Caleb skates around, sends it up looking for Jude. Can't quite hook up as there wasn't quite enough on that pass. Jude and Caleb digging in the near side boards here. Parker came in to help him out. This one squirts over towards Parker. He's going to recover. Skated out now. Parker on the rush. Jude's right there with him. Parker skates through the center, loses the puck. Jude recovers, though. Very deep in Riverking territory. They send this one. It's in front of the crease. The goalie didn't quite have it under his thing, and Parker tried to score off that one, and the kid comes in and grabs a hold of him. No call. 5 minutes, 11 seconds left in this game. Puck is dropped. Gets to Ben Como. Big Ben trying to send a shot on net, but couldn't get to it. Will Federley picks it up right as it crosses the blue line. He's got to be careful here. Sends it over for Sasha. Overruns Sasha's stick just a touch, and the Riverkings recover. Riverkings skate behind the net, rim it around, trying to get this one out of the zone, but Sasha's not letting him do it. Will Federley steps in up to Big Ben. Big Ben goes around one, centers one for Gus, and Gus Federley gets him one. Great job by Big Ben recognizing Gus being open. Gus in the right spot at the right time, exactly like we tell him to do. 4 minutes left to play. Sasha comes out for the face-off. He's got Bay with him and Colton. Back on defense, Nathan Keegan. Sasha pressing through the opposition, gets it to Bay. Bay sends it up for Colton. Colton can't keep possession of it as it crosses the blue line. Now Riverkings are on the rush, and they take a shot, batted down by Graham. Great job by Graham, and great back check by Keegan Brennan to get in there and disrupt that play. Keegan goes for the outlet pass to Keegan, then up to Sasha. Sasha loses his feet, but he bats it in deeper for Colton. Colton tries to go back to his defense, misses Keegan though, and it's going to go all the way back in Bulls territory. Keegan's got to get back. Keegan gets there first, settles it down, goes around one, loses his feet though, and Memphis picks it up. They fire a shot. It's off of Keegan's thigh, picked up by Nate. Nate goes for the pass to Colton. That goes off Colton's stick, and it's probably going to be an icing. No icing. Sasha gets there, puts a stick on it, kicks it to himself, lines up, looking for a pass, goes to send it over to Bay, but a stick lift from one of the defenders causes it to sail through traffic, and now Nate's got to dig it out. Nate's in the zone. There was no offsides. They had gotten back. I don't agree with that one. Plenty of offsides that actually happened and they missed, but all good. Bulls win this one back to Jack Hooper playing on defense now. Jude pushes it in the zone. Jude Cody up against the near side boards. Jack trying to keep this one in play for the Bulls, but the Riverkings send it all the way back down ice, and Remy Uptain's going to pick it up and retreat behind our net. Remy goes up against the far side boards looking for Parker Allen. Not sure what happened there. It's in Bulls territory. Remy's going to get there first. Sends it behind the net, outrunning his attacker. Bulls trying to exit the zone. Collision there. Gets up to Parker now. Parker rushing. It comes off of his stick though and goes in the corner. Parker pursuing that pass. Riverkings come away with it though. They're going to backhand one up, and it's going to exit the zone here, but not before Jack disrupts it and sends it back to Remy. Remy circles, fires across the ice to Cole Major. Cole Major's in the zone now. Cole Major pressing forward, holding those boards, not letting the Riverkings clear it out. Back to Parker Allen now. Parker moving around defenders in the high slot. Can't keep a handle on it. Spins, backhands one to his defense. Jack Hooper goes D to D over to Remy. Remy throws this one in, but hit by a skate of a defender now. Cole Major spins, fires. It's wide of the net. 1 minute left to play. Jack Cooper challenging at the blue line. Back up to Cole Major. He throws it behind the net. Parker Allen's going to dig on the far side, trying to get this one. Makes one miss. And stick from a defender interrupts that play. Back to Jack Cooper. Jack over to Remy. Remy assessing his options. Goes for the pass up to Cole Major. Can't keep possession. Now it's picked up by Parker. Parker's on the rush. And it drifts through some feet. And I think the goalie lost that for a hot second. But it went by the net. Back to Caleb Doro. Caleb goes to throw a slapper on it, but hits the shin pad of a defender. And now they're on the rush. Shot kicked aside by Graham. Big save. Caleb trying to get it up to Big Ben. They go cross ice to center it, and that's going to do it. Your Bulls remain undefeated in league play. That'll do it for us for this weekend, folks. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate all y'all, and go Bulls.